Okay, we need to talk about the Florida State Seminoles and this awful team that has just been throwing garbage-smelling stenches out of Tallahassee. I have a friend right next to me. He is a Florida Gators fan. He cannot wait to rip this team to absolute shreds. But I'll go first. Okay, does anybody else remember when Florida State was ranked 19 to start the year at a home game against Virginia Tech? I sure remember those times. I mean, Willie Taggart is just an absolute dumpster fire. This team needs to get this team just needs to get it together. I mean, what is it? Tyler, can we maybe pull up Florida State's schedule? Alright, so while Tyler's doing that, Willie Taggart is awful. And I saw a thing. I saw a guy who's making fun. He's a Florida fan. He was Florida State fan saying, goes, "Hey, if each student raises $50, we can buy out Taggart." And literally, this team has been awful. I mean, it is just utter pathetic. I mean, it has just been terrible. I mean, I don't think I know what to say. I want to mention DeAndre Francois. I feel bad for the man. I truly do. No one deserves to play behind that pitiful O-line. No one deserves that. I mean, no one does in the entirety of college football. No one deserves that kind of treatment. Dude has had his brain turned into soup. I mean, let's just see how Florida State has done. In a game against Virginia Tech on Monday night, first week of the season, bigly hyped game, they were expected to not really kill Virginia Tech, but they were expected to get out with a win. They lost 24-3. Next week, they were not ranked as they should be. They only beat Samford by 10. Not Stanford, Samford. It is just utter pathetic, and I think Samford was leading at halftime. It's utter pathetic. And then the next game, I know Syracuse is a good team, and we have seen what Syracuse has done now. 30-7. Not even putting up a fight. Northern Illinois, they only beat by 18. That's a team they should blow out. Louisville, they only beat by 4, and Louisville is probably even worse than Florida State. Louisville is just utter pathetic at this point. Miami, they lost by... Oh, whoops, dimmed. Miami lost by 1. I can maybe see that. Wake Forest, they won. Clemson, 59-10. 59-10. I thought maybe they would put up some kind of, an effort. This team just looks lazy, completely out of it. NC State, they got killed, and then this one by Notre Dame. But, it's just awful. I feel for Francois, but the main culprits, 3 people I want to blame. 3 groups I want to blame. The offensive line, that sorry excuse of that thing, the sorry excuse of 11 guys they put out that they call a defense, and the man they met the absolute arrogant fool, Willie Taggart. So now, I'm going to turn it over to a Florida Gators fan to absolutely dig into his rival team. I know he cannot wait. Tyler, take it away.
Ah, yes. The Florida State Seminoles. The biggest thorn on the Gators side for who knows how many years. Boy, is it bittersweet to see them like this. Not ranked, while my Gators are absolutely kicking butt right now. Willie Taggart making this team into an absolute garbage fire, like Quincy said. Offensive line is trash, like we saw tonight versus Notre Dame. But, no, I figured that one day Florida State would not be good. Or 1 year, let's just say that. And today is that year. No help for Francois. The defense doesn't even try, it seems. All year has not tried. And I figured that, let's just say, they're bad. Okay? And, let's see. Hold on. They've lost to almost really bad teams that nobody's heard about. Stanford. They almost lost to Northern Illinois. They almost lost Wake Forest. NC State beat the crap out of them. They got destroyed by Notre Dame tonight. They
Remember, this was a team that was ranked in the top 20. They were ranked 19 to start the year. They were projected to compete with Miami and Clemson for the ACC championship, and now we've seen what's happened to Miami as well. But
Week 1 destroyed them, and they just fell through from after that.
I mean, I remember watching Week 1. They just looked uninterested.
24-3. That's just not even right.
I mean,
They have 2 games.
prove themselves, and they're most likely not going to do that. Boston College and Florida, I both see being pretty big wins for both those teams. And Florida State will probably go unbowl eligible again. Tyler, any last thoughts?
Go Gators. No suck.